Hello everyone, welcome back to another video this one I'm going to talk about more of the multiplayer version of this game and how you can help people or how you can get helped just in general. So there is a cool little feature in this game where you can either, summon or be summoned to another world to help other people. It's actually really helpful if you're having problems with the thing. I haven't done it yet for any boss fights or anything in my world, but I have gone into other people's worlds to help them out because, let's be honest, these boss battles can get very frustrating. The cool part about this is you retain most of your skills in this entire game. You just have, if you're being summoned, you don't have to sacrifice any resources. And to summon, you just have to find a shrine and have a summoner's candle, which you get a few of them every here and there. I believe you might be able to buy them as well. Basically, whoever you summon can stay with you until you get to the very end of the mission. That doesn't matter how many boss fights there are or anything like that. As long as you don't die, they don't die. I mean, obviously, you're the important one between the two of you. So if you want to, you can send out the summon one first so that you don't have to take the hits. It works out very well. For the most part, you want to follow closely. If they get to a shrine and they summon you and you're too far away, you'll notice that you'll get teleported. Kind of like in Dark Souls 3, you find a fog wall, but as soon as the summoner starts the battle, you automatically get teleported in there with them. A good thing about this compared to Dark Souls is even if you don't beat the boss, you still get a good amount of souls just for helping them kill things. Obviously, if you get two people who coordinate their yokai or whatever it's called form, their spirit form, basically, you can stun a boss pretty well. This one really helps you, allows you to play with friends as well. All you need to do is have a keyword, and it makes it a lot more accessible. I haven't had very many issues connecting to people. Sometimes you get an error, but I've never had an error where I've been disconnected while helping them. Boss battles can get kind of intense because I believe it gives them a slight HP modifier when they're actually against them. This style of helping people is very useful for just in general getting a lot more Amarita or just the level up points. You can easily get a good amount just by doing this and helping other people. And there isn't really a shortage so far on people that need help from this. Just because of the fact that, I mean, the bosses in this are pretty hard. All of your items are affected, just like in the other Dark Souls, or anything like that, if you actually use items that are from your world that get affected. Unfortunately, for boss battles, a lot of times so far, at least in the beginning, it seems to go either way. Either I die or the host dies. A lot of times I've noticed is the hosts don't give me too much help when I'm fighting the bosses. So they kind of just let me get on my own, and I'll get them pretty close, and then I'll die, and hopefully they finish them off, I guess. But other than that, that's about how it's been going so far. It's probably likely to change when people get different in the game or go through second playthroughs or whatever. Hopefully this game has a good amount of replay value if you want to make a different build or anything like that. It seems like experimenting with different weapons is pretty would add to the replay value, especially if you're focusing on two separate weapons for your main playthrough. You kind of just want to stick with a couple weapons or two specific weapons that you really like or what you want to use, just because you don't want to be wasting points on a weapon you don't even have equipped. So luckily bows guns, and hand cannons all don't really have a skill tree. So you don't really have to worry about those too much. You can use those as much as you please. The only thing that affects it is the skills that you use to level up with. Now, to join someone else's game, all you gotta do is go to the starting point on the map, you go to the Torii Gate, and obviously you can say Yokai Realm with a companion. And this really just makes it so that you can specify like what you want to do. You can go to a friend's game if you want. You don't have to, you know, put down your sign and hope or anything like that. Like in Dark Souls, I'm going to use that a lot as an example because their co-op, if you wanted to co-op with a friend, it was a little harder. They made it better in Dark Souls 3 as long as you had a secret password, and most of the time it would pop up. But in this one, it seems a lot more open, especially with the level. You can go through an entire mission with someone. The only thing I've noticed is when you get summoned into a world, when someone else goes to a shrine to pray, they get their elixirs back, and the summoned people don't. So you won't have any. You'll have a set amount of elixirs or whatever you pick up. The good news is a lot of the things, like chests or anything that the other people open, they drop for you too. You'll get your own set amount of items that'll drop on the floor that you can pick up. And from what I've seen, I believe that they're two separate items and neither player can see the other player's items, so that's a good thing too. Secret words, more for obviously if you want to pair off with a certain thing. What I've been doing, instead of Yokai Realm with a companion and specifying my thing, I've been going to random encounters, which you can still specify a mission that you wanted, but really I just go without conditions. I'll hit search. It usually finds it within 1 or 2 minutes. Well, not even minutes, like seconds. 20 seconds, 15 seconds, like so. And you really don't have to worry about the loading time. It doesn't take too long to load in either. So anyway, this is a really good way for you to level up. Besides side missions, which also give you the materials and whatnot, which so far have not... The materials have not... Or crafting really isn't the best way to get weapons so far. I've been finding a lot more from special enemies or just regular enemies. I found purples, I found golds, everything like that from enemies, and that's basically what my setup is now. Luckily, you can still get really good items, especially if you help someone in Twilight missions, you can get them as well. There has been one glitch that I've noticed so far, and that's when I got teleported into a world. Oh, wow, great example. Basically, what happens is I can just go ham on the boss while the other person just kind of stays there and does nothing. I don't know why this is. I don't know if they're here or not because I automatically get summoned into a boss fight. But really, all I gotta do is just fucking lay waste to this boss. I don't know if it helps them or not, or if they're even here. But this is all I do, is just attack. And I've only noticed it for this boss. I haven't seen any other boss where they've actually been able to do stuff like this. And there you go. I guess that's a connection issue. It says in the upper right, lost connection to host. I guess if I can finish the boss in time, I can get some XP from the killing of the boss, and it kind of registers it as you beat the boss or whatever. I'm not sure if it's just someone timing out in the game or anything like that, but I mean, you still get a little bit of points, not a lot, obviously. If I was to beat the boss, I probably would have gotten more, but I didn't have enough time, I guess. And really, that's all you gotta know about the multiplayer. It's pretty smooth, you don't get invaded. There's no invasions in this game. All you can do is summon revenants. And those are just, I guess those are where people die, and you can just summon their character into your world, and an AI fights for them, and you just kill them. You can get some items from them. You can get some bonuses from all the revenants that spawn. And really, that's about all it is for invasion-wise. That's the closest you're gonna get to in this game so far. But I hope you like this review. Well, not really review, but I hope you like this little walkthrough about how the online works in this game. It's pretty straightforward. It doesn't have a lot of errors. There's a few things here and there that make it a little bit more difficult for the summoned, but other than that, I don't even know if there's a level cap for some people summoning you. So I've started off in a few different maps. Usually it's around the same couple areas, but that's about it. So yeah, I hope you like this video. If you do, I'd really appreciate a share if you could. get some more traffic coming through this channel, that'd be great. But no pressure. No pressure at all. And I hope you have a good day. Talk to y'all later.